Warning: the content in this podcast may help you get fit. Your discretion is advised. If you haven't been able to reach your fitness goal, it could be because you keep running into fitness scams, misconceptions, and gimmicks. Finally learn the way and get fit with the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast, hosted by body transformation experts FitnessWithFlex and FitnessWithFlexHERS.
Welcome guys to the 31st episode of the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast. We're your hosts FitnessWithFlex and
FitnessWithFlexHERS, and we're body transformation experts. Many of you may know us from our clients' amazing bomb-ass transformations from all over the United States and all over the world.
And in today's episode, we're going to be speaking about embracing change and how embracing change is the key to reaching your fitness goals. And in fact, in reaching any goal.
For sure.
But before we get started, we want to wish you guys a happy new year.
Woohoo! Happy New Year!
We're here in the year 2018. 2017 was amazing for us. Hopefully it was for you guys. And this year is not going to be any less. It's just going to get better from here.
It's going to be popping.
Now, as we all know, in the beginning of the year, January, this is where everyone is speaking about fitness resolutions, New Year's resolution, all that stuff. Everyone's motivated. Everyone's hyped. But things start to drop off as the year goes by. Once March hits, April hits, everyone starts to forget what their goals were at the beginning of the year. And this is why we're coming out with this episode. You guys will not reach your goals unless you guys make the change. If you're coming into the year 2018 the same person as you were in 2017, then how will you possibly change? You need to change yourself in order to be a different person and reach your goals this year.
For sure. So everybody that's afraid of change, sit down, listen to this episode, because we are about to change your mind and we're about to get you a step closer to reaching that fitness goal for 2018. So the first step, what you want to do in order to reach your fitness goal is that you want to figure out what you want. And this is very, very important, because when you figure out what you want, you get a visual picture of what it is that you're going to look like or you want to look like by the end of the year. And visualizing things gives you a more clear perspective on what path to take. Because if you're not specific in the goal that you want, or at least for now, because again, this can all change once you get to that goal, but give yourself that chance to get there first. So once you imagine how you look and what you want to look like, you're going to have a clear route on how to get there.
Not only that, you have to figure out what it is that you want, but you also have to be very detailed. You can't just say, oh, I want to get fit. Well, where are you starting off from? Are you 400 pounds and you want to get fit? Because that's probably not going to happen in a month. Are you just 10 pounds away from being fit? Because then that's a more reachable goal, maybe in a month or two. So you have to be very, very clear with yourself exactly what it is that you want to accomplish. How much weight you want to lose, how much muscle mass you want to put on. All this stuff is very important because you need to now start scheduling and breaking down your goals week by week in order to achieve them. If your goal is to get fit within 6 months, now we have to break that down into monthly goals, into weekly goals, in order for us to eventually reach up to that 6-month goal.
For sure. And I can relate this back to, again, this is something that you can also apply to life goals, not just fitness goals. I remember talking to Fitness with Flex about this, where, we were talking about, for example, let's say money, right? You can tell yourself, oh, I want more money, but you're not being specific. How much is more money? Because more money is technically, if someone gives you an extra dollar,
that's more money.
Exactly.
That's rich.
A dollar that you didn't have. But now, is that going to change your life? Is that going to now give you something you didn't have before? No, because a dollar is really not going to make or break you. But if you're specific and you're like, listen, I want another $10,000, I want another $20,000, now since you're more clear on what you want, you're going to be able to know what to do in order to get that amount of money. So that also goes towards your fitness goal.
Now, another thing you guys need to do is you need to be honest with yourself on what changes it is that you have to make. So if your goal is to lose, let's say 40 pounds, so what are the changes that you have to make in order to do that? You might have to write down, I have to start going to the gym. I have to work out, let's say 3-5 times a week. I have to start eating cleaner. I need to drink more water. I need to stop partying every single weekend. Specific things like that. And you have to be honest with yourself and honest with your character as well, and write down all the downfalls that have prevented you from reaching your goals in the past. Now that you see this on paper, you see what it is that you have to work on, it's going to make it a lot easier for you.
Another thing, this is really, really important, because if you're going to give yourself a goal that's not possible, then you're just shooting yourself in the foot. You're going to self-sabotage whatever goal you have, and you know that you're not going to be able to reach it in that amount of time. So again, give yourself a goal that's just going to propel you forward and is going to motivate you to keep achieving that next goal.
Self-sabotaging is actually a great point, because this is actually what happens when you try to achieve a goal that's not achievable within a certain time frame. You know, you're going to start subconsciously telling yourself, you know what, I wanted to lose 60 pounds in these 2 weeks, but I only lost a pound. Fuck it, you know, I'm just going to have this burger. Or what's the point of me going to the gym, you know, if I'm not going to be able to do this with... So you're going to have to, again, make sure that you're trying to achieve the right goals within the right time frame. Because if not, your subconscious is definitely going to start making you do things to self-sabotage yourself, because in the very beginning, you're not going to believe in yourself as much as you will after achieving a couple of goals. You know, like maybe the first 2 or 3 weeks you lost 2 pounds each week. Now the fourth week you're feeding yourself. You know, you're going to be a lot more confident knowing that you're able to do it. But if you're not losing that much weight within the first couple of weeks, your self-confidence is not going to be that high, and then you're going to start again trying to self-sabotage yourself.
What is also important is that you keep it true to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. If you've been going to the gym, doing some cardio, but then like he said, going home and having burgers and this and that, don't tell yourself, oh, this is not working, because you're really not putting 100% effort into this. You're lying to yourself. You're doing minimal work, expecting a big reward, but that's never going to happen if you don't do what you have to do.
All right, guys, when we get back, we're going to give you guys a couple more tips on how to embrace change so you guys could finally reach your fitness goals this year. Stay tuned.
Are you tired of eating the same old boring foods while dieting? Imagine eating things like pizza, tacos, cheesecake, lasagna, pancakes, flan, and much more. Now it's possible with the Fitness with FlexHERS, from junk food to good food recipes. This ebook will show you how to make healthier alternatives to some of your favorite foods. Visit www.fitnesswithflex.com and purchase your copy today.
All right, guys, we're back, and the next tip to embrace change is find some role models. Now, I'm not speaking about being, you know, a diehard fanatic of someone or whatever it is, but find someone that you look up to because, you know, you want to be in that person's position. You know, you want to achieve that person's goals. And this is definitely going to keep you motivated, seeing that someone else that's also another human just like you was able to do it. There's no difference. We're all humans. It's just about doing it, you know? So looking up to certain people that already are at that stage where you want to be, you could get a lot of tips. You could see how it was that they started, all the struggles that they went through in order to achieve where they are right now. So it's very important to find a couple of role models. And even if you don't know anyone in person, we're living in a great age right now where the internet's available. You could just look someone up, you know, and just see what it is that they're doing in their daily routine, see how they came up, what struggles they went through, you know. Maybe, you know, it's not, even if you followed everything that they did, you're probably not going to achieve it, but you could definitely get some tips that are going to help you in your goals.
Like, I follow some girls on Instagram that I'm like, oh, wow, like, their bodies are amazing. And that's definitely the goal that I want. Even though, again, I'm not going to look exactly like them, they're just a reminder on what it is that I'm working towards and what it is that I want to look like. Whenever I'm on Instagram or I'm feeling down and I'm on Instagram and I'm scrolling through my feed, I run into a couple of those pictures. I am going to tell you guys that I, through experience, can tell you that I get extremely motivated when I see these chicks and I'm like, oh shit, let me get my shit together, because that's exactly what I want to look like.
Yeah, same thing with me. When I was coming up, you know, I followed a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of bodybuilding things, a lot of things of martial arts. You know, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a professional competitive martial artist either, but there's a lot of different people that I looked up to at the time that I could take a lot of techniques from, a lot of different struggles that they went through that I was able to imply into my own life, and was also able to help me reach my specific goals.
And there's tips that you can also gain to add to your arsenal. So, for example, the fact that I do follow a lot of these women on Instagram, sometimes, you know, I'll come across a glute exercise or a certain tweak for a certain muscle that I'm like, oh shit, you know, I never thought about it this way. And all of a sudden, now this is something that I can implement on myself and again use with my clients that, you know, want to build a certain area in their glutes or in their body or wherever. And that's a perfect lead up to another tip, which is associate yourself with the right people. And again, I don't want to sound like your mom, I don't want to sound like your parents, but this is extremely important. It is extremely true when they say you are who you surround yourself with. And a lot of people don't really understand how the people they surround themselves with impacts the habits that they start to develop and the routines that they start to develop. If you're with someone that is not focused on a fitness goal, a friend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife, whatever the case is, it just becomes a lot harder for you. And I run into a lot of people where even if they have kids and they have to give their kids snacks, or their husband, their wives, their cousins, wherever, whoever they're with, if they're with that person, they're always telling me, Sam, this is so fucking hard for me. My husband, my wife is eating pizza. What do I do? My friend wants to go to McDonald's. What do I do? So this is extremely important, and this is going to be, this can be a deal breaker for you if you are not strong enough to put your foot down and say, no, this is not what I'm going to eat. I need to do better. I need to choose to do different. So this is really, really important.
Yeah, and you guys have to realize that at the very beginning, this is where you're going to be your weakest mentally. This is where you could break at any moment because you're just starting out. So this is where you really, really have to make sure that you're associating yourself with the right people. Maybe you might have to take a break from certain friends, from certain events, from certain things for the first month or two until you're able to build yourself up mentally. You know, there's a quote that I seen that said, the willpower is just like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So your willpower is going to suck on day one, you know, but the more you tell yourself, you know what, no, I can't do this, or you force yourself to do the things that you need to do, which is basically having discipline, you're just going to get stronger at it. Now, a month or two from now, when you're hanging out with those same people and they're like, oh, you know what, fuck the gym, let's go have a slice of pizza, you'll be like, you know what, nah, I'm good. Oh yeah, you know what, let's go to a pizzeria, but I won't have nothing, or I'll get something else. Maybe I'll get like a chicken salad or something like that. But day one, I'm telling you guys, is really, really rough. You're going to want to break on day one. So you guys have to make sure that you're associating yourself with the right people.
And it makes a big difference when you have a friend or someone that's going to uplift you and tell you, let's head to the gym, stop being lazy, let's go, you can do it. Like, break it down, even by like hiring us, right? Fitness with Flex. A lot of it has to do with, yes, we guide you with what to eat and what workouts to do, but a big part of helping people get to their fitness goal is just the encouragement that we give them.
And accountability as well,
exactly,
yeah.
the accountability, the fact that we're on top of them, the fact that we're constantly texting them, telling them, come on, let's go, you could do it, remember your goal, remember what you want to look like in the summer. And that's what people are missing. A lot of what people are missing is just that big push, that help, somebody there to keep them accountable.
That's right, guys. So if you guys want to change, you have to be willing to change yourself. And again, you might have to take a break from certain people. Now, if you're in a situation where your husband or your wife or your parents or your brother, someone that's really close to you that you see every day is kind of holding you back, you know, you're going to have to make a decision there. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to leave the person or nothing like that, but you know, you might have to disassociate yourself from them throughout the week a little bit more than usual, again, until you're able to build that willpower and that stronger mentality where now you could put your foot down and you choose what it is that you want to do, and you're not too concerned about what other people are telling you.
And if you have friends that are telling you, wow, you sure have changed, and trying to bring you down and telling you how changing and doing what you're doing is bad, meanwhile you're trying to uplift yourself, make yourself a better person, then maybe you should start rethinking who your friends are and start really prioritizing what's more important. Your friends that are kind of beginning to sound like haters, or your goal.
I mean, yeah, you're changing for the better, right? I mean, you're not becoming a drug addict. You're not, no one's complaining to you when you're having McDonald's 5 times a day or pizza 5 times a day. No one's telling you to stop that. But now all of a sudden you want to have a chicken salad. Now everyone's on your case.
You're boring. You're whack. You suck. Why are you eating this?
Meanwhile, you're trying to be healthier. You're trying to live longer. So what are these people's problems then that they're telling you this? What are they trying to do then if they're trying to hold you back from achieving these good goals?
So what we're really trying to tell you is that whenever you're trying to head to your fitness goal and trying to make the right decisions, you're going to become a woke person.
All right, guys. I hope you guys liked this episode. Get ready for episode number 32. Again, this is season 2. We're going to have an amazing year. And remember, guys, embrace change is the only way you're going to reach your fitness goals. Till next time.
Till next time, guys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Real Results No Gimmicks podcast. We really appreciate it. And if you like what you just heard, please feel free to share our episodes with your friends and visit our website, www.fitnesswithflex.com.